today.
Well, happy Friday to you. Welcome into Weather Unfiltered. I'm Alex Wilson here with Chris Bruin. We're going to hold down the fort.
Yeah, we are.
On the summer solstice, longest day of the year.
I was just going to say that. It's the longest day of the year, so that means starting tomorrow we start losing a little bit of daylight as we head towards winter.
I'm cool
But
with
it's
that.
too soon to talk about winter.
I love winter, though.
I do. The older I get, the more I appreciate winter.
Really? Okay.
I don't know.
Because usually I work with everybody I work with is very team summer.
I
being
love
cold.
summer. I love everything when it comes to weather.
Why are you so you don't have it? Is there any weather you hate?
But I do love the snow.
Yeah. But what do you hate?
There's no weather I hate.
Really? Okay.
But if I had stretches of gray sky day after day,
that gets old for you?
Gray, that would get old after.
I respect that. Okay. I hate hot, so I'm not loving it. The question
well, we got a forecast for you.
I know, right? I am not going to be happy this week. The question is, where is the jet stream? And the answer is, way the heck up there.
Oh, yeah, it's moving up. Well, I will say this. In all regards, we haven't really had summer yet.
No.
Especially in the Northeast.
Oh, gosh. My parents live up there, and they've been calling saying, when do we warm up? They're warming up.
Yeah, they're going to warm up. Summer going to make a comeback, that's for sure. It's going to be feeling like it if it hasn't already.
All right, we've got our jet stream pattern now, and then moving forward, that big ridge that you see in the middle of the country, it's going to move off towards the east. So what that means is in and under that ridge, we've got big-time heat. Up and over the ridge, we've got thunderstorms, ridge riders, as we like to call them.
It's going to stay kind of active there in the northern plains. Very typical summer-like pattern. But where it's been so wet, like the south, the Ohio River Valley, even into the East Coast, we're going to shut the faucet off for a little bit. And that's what's also going to allow for those temperatures to skyrocket. Not as much cloud cover, but it's still going to be humid.
Yeah, you see on that left side map, it's like up and over any kind of rain. It's staying away from places like Atlanta or Raleigh or New York. And then the heat, record-setting temperatures. You said you factor in that humidity. It's going to feel like triple digits for many. That's what's going to get you. Oh, totally.
That's what's going to get you. And we're already feeling it in places like the Mile High City. Denver, by the way, they just tied their record high for the day, 99. I think we're going to get
this weekend. So let's bring you into our Weather Channel ballpark. We like it. It's nice. Home of the Hurricanes, we're very on trend weather-wise. When we look at home runs versus temperatures, hot air, it gets those balls flying out of the stadium. So this is because hot air is less dense, right? Cold air is dense. You got to work a little harder to, cut through that air. So below 50 degrees per 100 fly balls, about 9.7 home runs. When you've got temperatures 80 or above, 13 home runs per 100 fly balls. So it just goes to show you, the warmer the temperatures get, the more likely your, main slugger for your team, or even just the guy who doesn't normally hit home runs, better chances. So Cubs, we've got the Seattle Mariners in town, and we are going to be looking at some big-time heat. So we're way past the 80-degree mark. So that's already, putting us at a higher likelihood of hitting some home runs. Feels like temperatures, for those of you in the stands, have about 102, 103, 104 through the game time. Very uncomfortable. But something else we have to take a look at is the wind. And looking at Wrigley Field, we have gusty winds, 35 to 40 mile per hour gusts, and those winds are out. You can imagine what I'm going to say here. That is good news also for home run hitters. So now we've got less dense air, really hot temperatures. We've got a wind going out, so that's going to help to carry the ball out of, the field. And then we've got strong gusts up to 40 miles an hour, giving you a little extra oomph. So this could be a real home run, derby into the weekend. Wrigley Field, when the winds are out, as you can imagine, much more in the way of home runs than when you've got winds coming in. Again, something you're going to be fighting against. Chicago, they play again on Sunday. The Mariners and the Cubs, yet again. Here we've got temperatures that are hot, mid and upper 90s. Feels like temperatures around 103, 104 through that game. And yet again, winds gusty. Maybe not as gusty as Saturday, but still looking at like 25 to 35 mile an hour wind gusts. And notice the direction stays out. So, again, could be some high-scoring games there in Chicago this weekend. Then we take you to Pittsburgh, PNC Park. It's the Texas Rangers taking on the Pirates. This is one that's also going to be really hot. We've got feels like temperatures, Chris, in the triple digits. I always love at the ballpark getting that baseball helmet with the soft ice cream in it. But, man, you got to be a speed eater. You can't let that thing sit for a moment.
Just don't get a brain freeze. That's the other thing you're going to do.
All right, so we get a look at Boston, at Philadelphia, two major Northeast cities in line for really dangerous heat this weekend and next week. So there's one thing to get the heat you've been asking for. There's another thing to get the kind of heat you're going to get. Look at Tuesday high temperatures. Forecast in the triple digits for D.C., Philly, New York, Boston, and Concord. Also, the last time we hit 100 degrees. Now, D.C. last year, but for Philadelphia, for New York, it's been since July of 2012, 2011 for Concord. Now, Boston a little bit more recently, July of 2022. But it's been some time, and those are the temperatures, by the way. Feels even hotter when you factor in the humidity. And we know extreme heat kills. In fact, according to the National Weather Service, heat is the leading cause of weather-related deaths over the last 30 years. And in big cities, temperatures can soar due to a phenomenon called the urban heat island effect. Mike Bettis has more.